of it all. Maybe a game, but through my whole list here, he is not shown. So
I guess the Doom pickup is going to be spending a lot more time harassing, spending perhaps more of a traditional role in that 4 position. Moon, meanwhile, at the bottom lane is actually trying to challenge MMY, see if he can get that quick first blood, but physical damage is just not enough. Moon may be able to walk away from this one alive. Top healing himself, gets a bit of heal, and is trying to dip into the trees, and
he's got
he is
this.
successful too.
Unnecessarily dangerous for Moon to do, and usually he's the type of offlaner that, in my opinion, is safe, but
Maybe he's finally going to go down. They start with a stun out from the Vengeful Spirit, who picks up an Invis rune, and they will be able to combo it up with Crit. Control this game. They're actually going to make it so much harder now for LGD to do.
what's really cool about that too is that his lineup, you don't instantly look at that and pull that thought as initiation goes through.
Yeah, Moon already got the jump on it, maybe being able to control up that combo hero. He turns around and gets off the avalanche, but it looks like the fight is already being won by OG entirely. They've got 2 heroes down. Siler's forced to pop the ultimate. He just barely doesn't get hit by that pounce, which may allow him to survive. Miracle, 1 pounce up in 1 second, but it's not going to be there in time. Instead, No-Tail will run down some of the easier heroes. MMY, nothing he can do there, and the Sticky Napalm is slowing down RTK as well. That's going to be 4 heroes down from LGD, and Siler has no hope of being able to get a turnaround kill at all. Yeah, and Shukuchi do No-Tail maybe, but there's so many heroes of Ochre to turn into another kind of carry. LGD are going to try and get into an early fight here up against Miracle. They're going to be able to almost pop him, but almost is not good enough. Miracle pops the ultimate, starts healing himself up, and the rest of OG surge forward. They're going to look for the kill on maybe first. No-Tail actually takes out the Rubik, turns toward DDC. That's going to be a harder hero to kill. Maybe meanwhile targeted by Moon, and Fly is going to be going down. No-Tail not quite able to pick up the kill. Miracle looks towards DDC. They don't have a stun, as both with his Alright, so LGD to go for a smoke play here. They've got the blink on the side. If they can jump in at the right time, it's actually just going to push that the hell out of there. Siler's going to try and go in, but Miracle's actually managed to take it out. Siler pops the ultimate, gets the hell out of there. MMY is already down, and it looks like maybe he's going to go for a fly, but Siler has been doomed up, and he should be brought down. RTK is actually body blocking up pretty decently, but Siler's still going to be caught up by Miracle. Maybe is trying to TP out, but of course all of his allies on the left-hand side of the jungle are all dying. RTK going to be not the last one down. DDC will still be caught by these Sticky Napalm. Miracle will eventually get his claws into that sweet tail.
Moon! Like, even Moon knows how.
Oh, Moon!
You know what that is? He is willing to take it just as much as he's willing to give it. Like, he's down to just.
If that was another player, I wouldn't have brought that up.
Oh, Miracle! He's just gonna blow up MMY. Oh god, he's so fast.
RTK, he like starts through the Primal Roar, but Miracle, top the ultimate, he's just gonna be able to take him out anyway. The Primal Roar goes out, but of course, got this great ability card, Dark Pact. They're gonna lose life number 1 here on the Slug, but gonna come right back. This time around, he's gonna have allies helping him out. Miracle drops down to about half HP, almost dies, but will be able to get the pounce away. Puts himself in the trees and will start healing up. Meanwhile, Siler's actually being run down by No-Tail. Knows he can't kill a Weaver as Shukuchi's coming back up. So instead, Dota, they did in that mid lane in order to help maybe succeed. And it still wasn't enough to win your lane. Maybe it's gonna be initiated on by Moon. Gets the grab. They've already taken out MMY. Gem is dropped and, well, jungling too. And Fly, who's obviously stuck up at the top lane with the Beastmaster. Moon finds his initiation once again onto maybe combination with a Centaur stun, follow-up stun from Fly as well. They're chain stunning him pretty well, but they're actually leaving him for dead because they want to be able to chase down Sylar first. Good Shiva's entry as Crit comes into the pool. Maybe he got doomed up, but doesn't really stop him. Crit's perfectly healthy and maybe can't finish anybody off, so the buyback is worthless, and LGD will call it. The end score being 6-28. By 31.5 minutes in.
That's almost a kill for OG. They were completely on point here. I think it was though a combination of the draft. They had nobody to kill like I outlined, but at the same time, they definitely could have used their time a lot better.
Right. No one has been doing more than 1 point in stun so far.
Yeah. Wait for the creep wave to come on your end, and No-Tail's doing so, and everything is pretty good so far. But this time, gonna go on Sylar. both the MMY and ROTK are nearby, so he's got to be careful if he dies, but he should get this first blood.
Yep, he's going to be able to pick up the kill nice and early. ROTK getting some turnaround damage, but it's not going to be enough to get a kill. Or BTS, he will take it. They could be like a minute apart. Mid lane, Notel's going to be running down ROTK. The heal is not going to be enough to outdo the damage over time, and Vega comes in with a God's Strength, trying to go into Notel, but he's only down to half HP. Turns his attention to Miracle with no spin, but actually going back to Notel, the actually to kill him there. That being
Really going to try to run away, but his entire team is right on the other side of the river.
LGD don't have any response to this. They may just have to give up on maybe. No, they're actually going to turn and fight this one out. Crit is going to be telekinesis, pulled back down. Moon is actually fighting out with Sylar. Sylar's going to be able to win, but that is the Aegis. Crit's going to be the next target. Sylar is able to take him out. Now, Sylar, he's just a wolf running loose in the chicken pen. He's going to be able to take out at least 2 heroes before this fight is over. The spin by MMY is actually going to be able to get Miracle as well. OG, they just wandered into a pretty disastrous team fight, seeing as how far ahead they were. OG now have to back out. They're going to be able to keep, looks like both Moon and Notel alive. RTK is going to be popped by Fly as he comes back into the fight. Moon trying to go in. It's actually going to be torn apart here. It's MMI with the spin. Second time in a row in this fight. He's going to be able to get a huge amount of damage out. Threatens Notel's life to make sure he can't really pursue. A couple sticky napalms, but I think OG, they've got to cool their jets a little bit. They're just fighting too aggressively and giving up too many kills to LGD.
And their jungle. And most importantly, they weren't set up at all. If you're going to defend the tower, you have to be ready. Everybody on your team has to be good to go before the engagement, but maybe he's just going to jump in and that is
Mike is going to come in from behind though. He's got the Necronomicon already out right in the middle of things. They do have the Omni Slashes. They're actually going to bounce over to Sylar with the Doom as well. Sylar's most definitely dead. Maybe they can get a deny on him. Maybe the heal. Oh, he doesn't get it. Miracle comes in with a spin. Doom actually stolen once again by MMI. Managed to turn it around onto Miracle, but I think OG are just going to go for a full extraction from here on out. Notel and Moon are actually going to come in through the back line. MMY is going to be eaten up by the Brood Mother, and they're going to look for a little bit more. Maybe he's already down to half HP. Moon drops low, but he doesn't really care. He's dealing with DDC. Maybe will be caught by Notel. Maybe has to turn and fight. Kills Notel, but ends up dying in the process. And finally, it's going to be DDC who wraps things up. Not sure. Okay, maybe they can go for ROTK. They're going to try. Get one big crit out of Miracle, but give up the G strategy in these fights. Just blow everything on my game. Doom, Lasso, Omni Slash, they'll use everything they have. And it works too. They jump into the back line and try to crab once again. Sylar, they now use the Orchid as well as the Doom. Everything on to Sylar. Nice deny though from Maybe, and that's actually going to be pretty decent. They buy back now. He still has the wolf form, so he's going to be able to maybe catch up here. Maybe jumps forward, manages to get the stun on the Moon. Sylar's now going to join the fight, and Moon is battling it out, but he knows the life steal won't save him. He will end up going down, but he did buy time for the rest of his team to get out. It looks like OG, maybe Fly, TPing out, revealed, telekinesis. Why? A third pick off there on OG. Catch OG perhaps being a little bit too cocky inside the base, but that being said, RTK just fought back and OG doesn't really seem to care. They continue to go for the melee rash. Miracle makes that commitment. He's going to be caught in the process on his way out, but that just like number one. OG are going to turn and fight around Miracle here, or maybe just swap him back out. Shiva's going in. Chris actually going to try and tune out Doom, but unfortunately, he's not able to do a whole lot there as maybe gets off his BKB first as well as God's Strength and just fights it out. OG now have to back themselves away. They've already lost Brood Mother and the Vengeful Spirit. They do not want to be losing any of these cores.
A really good engagement for LGD where you want Maybe to be the one that gets doomed, especially if he has his God's Strength and his BKB off already. He doesn't really care. Bit of a misplay by OG, but still, they got what they came for, which was the racks at bottom. They even managed to grab both of them
right outside of OG's base and then pushing in, hoping, well, maybe that they don't have buyback or maybe just forcing the buyback. Miracle, nice jump from MMY, throws out the Doom. That.
Wait in your base, it's too much is left a chance.
Dire's middle tower has
Tier 3, now the jump in, Shiva immediately OG buyback and is getting engaged right away. They've already taken out the Sven, and Doom has been down, but they got off his Doom, and MMY managed to steal it. He's actually going to be able to get away with that one. ROTK, he's not getting away though. Run down by Notel as well as Miracle. start just barreling down a lane and you do some sort of wraparound play.
Yeah.
That's what they desperately need here. They're going to try and pop Miracle. This is so essential to be able to get that kill, but no, the Vintage Familiars, they don't manage to chain it up. They finally do kill him, but again, that's just the Aegis. He's going to be coming back, ready to go with that Omni Slash. Meanwhile, maybe he's been kind of deep into No Tail, and he is food for fodder here as Miracle comes in with life number 2, rips him a new one. Why? He's being chased down by these impeded shots. Now the rest of the team has joined in, provided some resistance against Sylar. And OG maybe comes back in. Oh, nice two-man stun. He's actually going to Miracle. The Omni Slash is bouncing around, not dealing enough damage. Barely can't even deal with the Necronomicon. Swap back out though, Fly, hoping to be able to save Miracle's life as OG unable to penetrate. They're going to get him again to finish. And who will get the stun? Miracle, he's going to phase boots away, but the Vintage Familiars are on top of him. And triple kill for maybe. And cheese and let them push into LGD are smoked up. No Tail's looking for the initiation. He does manage to get off the DKD last go on to Maybe with a Doom follow-up. They're going to be able to take out Maybe first. He does have buyback though. Miracle on these last. Oh, 1-4 Lotus Orb. That's not what he wanted at all. Miracle ends up not doing very much with that one at all. Sylar has come back into play. Looks for Moon. He's actually been doomed up. MMY. Once again, he controls the Bruisling and takes him out of action. Sylar having a bit of issues here. Flying, desperately trying to get the last bit of damage to kill him off. The Earth taking him down. Tick, tick, tick. Oh, should have liked to how he gets him. Crit comes in, but it's going to cost him his life. OG lose out big time. Still, though, LGD...
That I've casted so far?
I think so, as well. Then again, we've only had...
Oh, maybe he goes
oh, maybe! He's trying to dunk on Moon! He managed to get the swap out, though. Now the cheese is going to be eaten. He managed to pop the life steal, turns back to fight again. He wants to do it. Maybe with the crit! They're just getting destroyed! That AoE claim takes down 2. Easy peasy. Now the Doom! The Doom! Stolen by MMY comes into play to get a little bit on Miracle. They take him out as well. It is up now. They will have their full 5.
Structures are fortified.
Try out now. LGD seem to be on base. Continuing to right-click down this tier 4. They're going to smoke up their initiation on a Sylar first. Crit's going to start backing himself up. Actually, Shiva's is set. He's not going to go for that Doom. RTK is the target by Moon. They take out the Enchantress, life number 1, and maybe goes totally down. He does have buyback, and he can come in with a boost of travel, but he's still going to have issues. There finally goes the Doom, but it's sold by MMY once again. He gets the telekinesis. He's going to hold on to that Doom for now. He doesn't want to use it. DDC is dead. LGD realizes this is not their fight. They're just going to run away with the Doom if possible and hold on to their buyback until OG respond with a push of their own. RTK is going to be chased down. They can't really afford to lose him. He's the one hero that does not have buyback here. It's down for 50 seconds. Shivas doesn't quite hit him, but looks like RTK will be able to get out because of that one.
all the time.
No Tail's going like deep south side. He's looking for that crazy initiation all the way in the back right. He managed to get it too. Pop Tower Pressure. They've got the Doom on the Baby. MMY stole the Doom as well as bouncing back with a Lotus Orb. MMY's trying to escape back to the fountain, see if he can keep that Doom in play. Meanwhile, the throne is a bit exposed. LGD can't sit in their fountain forever. They've already lost the Vintage. It is 4 versus 5 from here on out. But Chris, he's probably going to even out with a 4 versus 4. He ends up going down as well as the Juggernaut. Juggernaut's spot back. The Broodmother is dead and is not buying back. It looks like OG are not going to fully commit to this fight.
Critical spotting with Ben just in case everybody's waiting outside.
Sylar wrapped around. They're going to catch No Tail here. He's forced to pop his BKB, but managed to get the Abyssal Blade lock on him. And the one thing LGD may not know is he does not have buyback. Everything else up though. Start beating on the tier 4 towers. OG got to find their initiation somehow. So many creepers as well. It's not going to be a great Omni Slash. Boon already in the middle. Pops BKB, starts looking at ROTK. But a big crit comes out from Maybe. Eliminates the Broodmother. And she comes back, but she won't have the BKB we're talking about. They're just going straight for the throne. They get the side to fight, but it was Lotus Orb back on the big top. They're controlling up these heroes. They're just taking down the throne. Objective base gaming. It's stalled at LGD. Caramon, but maybe he's taken out. Sylar's gonna take it out as well. The Maya. They gotta go straight for throne. RTK chipping away at it with Maybe. They get it.
Oh my god.
Game number 2 is taken by LGD. We go to a full series here.
OG, if they lose this series, they are going to be so mad.
Oh, unbelievable. LGD. Of champions, really.
It's equally greedy like you guys suggested, and it's really good versus Juggernaut.
Before, I'm good. I know somebody on my team's getting farmed. That person's Miracle. I'll be fine.
MMY is going to be picked off by the Bat Rider. That's just no fun to deal with. A mid Bat Rider that picks up a haste. What are you going to do?
They give the kill to Crit too, and at the same time, Miracle actually gets a solo kill.
He managed to dive the tower and pick up the Nature's Prophet. He actually started TPing out underneath that Shadow Dance.
So, how much did they commit to the Miracle?
Well, they're committing to DDC walk right now, so we'll talk about that in a second. Sylar is actually going to TP in. They're not just going to let this be a one-off kill on DDC. They're going to try and defend it, but the cast, ooh, that's a bad position. That is actually running. No Tail in so many trouble. They managed to get the hex off onto Sylar. He's staying right on top of No Tail. He desperately wants the kill, and he's going to get it too. Thanks to that Aegis, he can free all out here on OG. He's going to be able to go for crit as well. Takes him out with Magic Missile. Moon positions himself to hit on maybe, but I don't think that's going to be able to do much unless Miracle can come in. He takes out the Spectre. There goes that Aegis, and maybe pops his Invis rune. Miracle may not have been expecting that one. He's got the pounce, being body blocked up by maybe, but you need level 3 of Aftershock.
Oh, this is so smart by OG if they can get there in time. LGD though, they're going to
be a
run
little bit faster. Moon, the spin goes down. They're actually going to be a bit slow in getting onto Moon, especially with that roar. He may end up dying here, but OG, oh, the Fissure goes out. It's not going to be enough. Fly misses his stun entirely. Crit comes in now, Echo Slam on it too, but it's not that good. He doesn't actually control the heroes all that well. Maybe does end up going down, and Miracle's now made his debut into the fight. DDC lets go that Death Ward. He pops the Shadow Dance. He will be able to take out DDC. Turns back, looks for RTK, thanks to Fly. That will be possible. The TP ends up being cancelled, and OG do punish LGD successfully. 21 minutes, Scotty, from there.
I will tell you now, Cap, none of the supports in this game will enjoy themselves.
What are you gonna do? They hop the Ghost Scepter, it only lasts so long, the swap goes down, Miracle just stays right on top of that support. But if they can actually lock down Miracle, stay ahead of him, don't let him pounce away. He's getting to the trees, trying to get over, he does get on top of the cliff, and Anime actually pursue him. Now they get the lasso as well as that Lion Finger. Maybe it's actually gonna go down here. Miracle comes back and strikes, able to pick up that kill, double there. Now they're gonna go for the triple. DDC's been blocked out by the Fissure. Miracle jumps on top of him as well. He's going to go from having a Scotty at 20 minutes to having some fresh item by 25 with the way this fight is going. Shop area, but this is kind of the tail end of their smoke. They will be able to find something here. It's going to be maybe MMY couldn't quite get the swap, but I don't think this really matters. They don't want to really be getting into this fight anyway. OG were not grouped up very much. Now Fly and No Tail are going to have the cats bouncing back and forth between the two of them. Looks like No Tail is going to be able to get away. Our Vengeful Spirit is pretty much stuck behind enemy lines. Lion is going to go down, chase away, and Crit, well, Sylar is going to go down. He managed to get taken out by the bear. Moon wants to be able to get out of here, though. This is LGD. The rest of them still look very healthy. Do have another Spectral Dagger, though. Throw it inside the pit. Build a little bit more information, and now LGD are going to start making their
Sylar, are you really going for this?
Interact with this. Short-Time goes down. Aegis is on the deck somewhere. They managed to. Oh god, the Echo Slam is still there. Somebody pick it up. Sylar, yes, he gets it towards the tail end. He'll be able to turn on the crit. Miracle's trapped up onto the trees. He pounces himself back down. Sylar's almost dead here, but Miracle just can't get his hands on him. And it's only the Aegis anyway. He picks up the Ring of Spill, managed to Shadow Dance his way back out of that one. Save the ring, he says, and will be able to escape into the trees. LGD on hot pursuit here, but it just doesn't seem like they're going to catch anything. Either way, though, that was still a beautiful win there.
Plus save the better heroes. Kind of a workaround. Omni Slash goes down.
Omni Slash is going to be enough to finish off No Tail. The Spectre ult, he starts actually going on Moon, may have to turn to Fly instead. He's getting hexed up. They're taking off the Earthshaker. Sylar's down to half HP. Pops Manta in order to get out of the roots, but now he's been lassoed up. No Tail reintroduces himself into the fight, makes sure to grab the critical carry. The swap goes down, but they're going to be able to run him down the bear. Sylar just cannot get away from this one.
Even can get to the root. BDC's going to get chased down too, as they've got full vision of him. Engage outside their base and they lose this fight. The game's over anyway. This Miracle just jumps in.
He really wants the quick pick off on DDC to prevent that death ward. Such a huge impact. Team fight the water right Fissure on a 3-2. Baby's forces the BKB, but he's having all of his stats stolen away from Miracle. Sylar's even gonna die. That's pretty much the end of the game right there. That's 3 heroes down. Miracle keeps on going. Plus adulterated aggression out of OG.
In the last game, even though OG were up by like 10k, I said that LGD had like a 40% chance to still win before the fight even happened. But that's because of the type of heroes that they